revelation from Bengaluru's Parappana Agrahara Central Prison, one of Karnataka's most secure facilities, as we know, has once again exposed shocking lapses behind the bars. In a major security breach that has been reported recently, terror suspects from Bangladesh and Lashkar-e-Taiba operatives have now reportedly been enjoying VIP treatment inside the high security jail. Reports say these inmates were found using Android smartphones within their barracks, making phone and even video calls from inside the prison walls. ADGP of Prisons B. Dayanand has ordered an investigation and directed officials to verify the viral videos showing these terror suspects as well as other notorious inmates like Umesh Reddy and Tarun Raju. The exposure has triggered outrage, raising some serious questions over how high-risk terror convicts manage to access mobile phones despite tight security protocols. And this is not the first time Parappana Agrahara has faced such allegations. Remember, from actor Darshan's carefree prison life with phones and cigarettes to VK Sasikala's private kitchen, Gali Janardana Reddy's home-cooked meals and Abdul Karim Telgi's VIP comforts, the jail's past is littered with instances of privilege and corruption. And in today's case, has the jail turned into a five-star hotel for anti-national elements? As such, privileges could allow them to continue terror-linked communication and coordination even while they are in custody. And more importantly, who inside the system keeps enabling this culture of privilege even for terror suspects is the big question that we are asking this hour. Let's discuss this further with former ADGP of Karnataka, Sanjay Sahai, joining us on the broadcast. Sir, thank you so much for speaking to News9. Sir, clearly, this is highlighting the institutional lapses here. According to you, what exactly is causing this? How can we continue to provide VIP culture, VIP treatment to the convicts?
I'm convinced of the fact that this culture is continuing in the manner it does. Primarily because what I would today term it as a jail mafia, which is basically being supported by powers that be wherever they come from, whichever nature of those powers be. But I think that is primarily the case, starting from Telgi to Sasikala to all the story which you have narrated. It cannot be that it is a lapse. I will not treat this as a lapse. It is a clear-cut collusion which can be termed as criminal in nature. And that is how the whole thing is continuing. We saw the Darshan case only some time back. And there were 3 cases registered as far as the Darshan is concerned with regards to cigarette, with regards to mobile phones and other facilities being provided, all under the Prevention of Corruption Act. Now, what happened to those cases, I'm not aware of. But were those cases not sufficient enough or important enough in the recent past itself to basically streamline the security system of the jail?
Absolutely. Mr. Sahai, if I could ask you, sir, what kind of protocols do we usually follow inside such, jail premises? What is the procedure of getting an inmate inside and to make sure that they are not getting such treatments? What kind of punishment will the officer present at that moment will also get in case he or she is found guilty?
As far as the protocol is concerned, they have to be kept away from the outside world completely.
Absolutely.
Don't deny. There is solitary confinement. There are high security prison barracks. So all that is in place. If you have to meet a person, then you take the jail authorities' permission. You meet there. At that time, CCTV is there. Somebody else is also there. So those protocols are in place. So currently, we are not talking of the protocols. Protocols are there. The enforcement of the protocols is not happening. The laxity in those protocols that I'm not aware of. But one thing I can tell you, because those are simple protocols which I think is being done, or in couple of cases it is being diluted. I'm not sure of it. What is of utmost importance? The utmost importance is that this Wahab, Umesh Reddy and Tarun Raju. You see the nature of crime of these guys and the difficulty by which they have been brought to where they have been brought. Now, the ISIS operative which we are talking about, he was arrested in 2020 and he was deported in 2022. You see the nature of effort which would have gone in with the investigation of the case, fighting it out in a different country, getting the person deported and finally come to an Indian jail, which is our Parappana Agrahara. Now, all that is brought to a knot with the way the person is operating or that criminal is operating or the terrorist is operating out of the Parappana Agrahara jail. So this is number one. Number two, Umesh. Now Umesh, he's been convicted for some 9 cases or something, and one case, it was a capital punishment which has been commuted to life imprisonment, is the same person who is in possession of, I think, 2 Android phones, one with the normal keypad phone, TV in his wherever he is located inside the jail. And also he is cooking his own food. The third person of which has come to light is Tarun Raju. Tarun Raju is a close associate of Ranya Rao. And the total quantum of fine which DRI has slapped on them is 271 crores for smuggling 324 kgs of gold. I think if providing these facilities to these people, if that is less of a criminality than being a mafia don, then I'll venture out to say that is not the case. Only Prevention of Corruption Act. I don't think we should restrict to Prevention of Corruption Act. It has to be clearly we have to go for UAPA and all those same cases, all the same provisions of law. You can even go to Customs Act, you can go to COFEPOSA, you can get to the best of the government lawyers and lawyers outside to understand. Because these are the people who are colluding with these mafiasos and the terrorists and allowing them to perpetuate. And how do we don't know that because of the operations which is continuing in the jail, these people are able to basically make their empire more prosperous, more conducive, and more wide-ranging, and they're able to put their dragnet in a more secure manner. And the world knows wherever they go, they will remain connected. So 3 points primarily come to light. That one, it is the jail mafia. We cannot call it lapses or chances or some small amount of corruption leading to this, which seems to be a very established one. I think if we go back to Telgi, it should be some 25 years or so. Only Sasikala also should be around 10 years or something of that nature.
Right.
One is that, then the whole ecosystem, why it is flourishing. I have absolutely no idea.
Absolutely.
I even go to the judicial administration of the country, why it is not being taken suo moto by High Court or the Supreme Court of the country.
Absolutely.
And most importantly, from the operational point of view, this I have talked about what is damage being done to the country, to the criminal justice system. There is no need of a criminal justice system. If we finally bring the criminals to where we have brought them. And there are jammers in
absolutely. In fact, I was coming to that point. There should be jammers.
I'll come to two things. To two things.
Yes, sir.
One is jammers, and second, the CCTVs. With jammers and CCTVs, I don't think even 1 inch of area or one signal emanating out of any telecommunication system can enter the jail premises. And if it is happening, it is not only the minor piece of corruption. I think the whole technology which is being put in place to monitor and have high security surveillance, I think that is being compromised.
Absolutely.
And if it is not being compromised, then why in the inquiries, why in the investigation, these facts are not coming to light? We just talk of collusion, we talk of lapses, we talk it should be set right. For how long can we keep doing these inquiries and investigation? And if you go a step further, you go to Tihar jail.
Absolutely, Mr. Sai.
From the days of Charles Sobral.
Absolutely. Mr. Sai, my apologies for interrupting you over there, sir. I have completely run out of time on that conversation. But thank you so much for laying out some of the critical points with regards to the case. And a high-level probe has already been ordered into the matter. So we will continue to track some more updates with regards to the case.